Hello everyone, this is Corsair Mac, one of the wellness professionals here at Elgin Community College. And today I'm going to be talking about motivation. I'm going to give a brief overview as well as how to help increase motivation and also what would cause you to lose motivation as a college student. All right, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. So first, what is motivation? All right, motivation has a couple of different definitions. Motivation can be defined as an inner feeling which energizes a person to work more, or the internal drive that controls our behavior. Right? So, those are the two different definitions that we'll be working off of when it comes to talking about motivation. So, next, what causes people to lose motivation? Especially when it comes to college students. So, when it comes to college students, a lot of things can cause students to lose motivation. So, ultimately, when they don't see that whatever they're doing is not related to them specifically, that could cause a college student to lose motivation because ultimately, if it isn't related to them, then they're going to be like, why am I even doing this in the first place, right? I could be doing anything else besides this one thing. So, ultimately, some other things in regards to that is, right, if they don't get homework assignments done on time, or if they fail quizzes or tests, or if anything outside of school is happening that's deterring them from putting in time to do that schoolwork, right, whether it's helping family pay bills, taking care of family members, or so on and so forth, that could cause students to lose motivation. Again, they don't see what they're doing or their schoolwork or their school in general as being related to them or helping them out. Ultimately, it's a hindrance that's getting in their way, so they'll be less motivated to want to do or complete school. So now, how do we help increase motivation? First things first, we need to center ourselves, right? In recentering ourselves, we take a look to see what we lost motivation in, and then take a look to see how it is benefiting us or how it is helping us, so that way we can start becoming more motivated to complete that thing again. So, for example, with college students, we can say, well, you're doing the homework, you're studying for the quizzes to pass, to eventually get the degree, to go off to another university to get another degree, so that way you can get the job that works for you. Now, ultimately, a lot of people would say, Corsair, that's great motivation. A lot of people would want that job. In the here and now, though, that job doesn't really mean anything if their life is falling apart, or ultimately if they see that, hey, this really isn't worth it because I can go about another way of getting this. So ultimately, to help more with that, we got to really take a look to see what our end goals are. So here we refer to the 8 dimensions of wellness and figuring out end goals in each dimension and really taking a look to see how does school, how does homework, how does passing quizzes and tests really help us achieve those end goals. Because that brings us to another reason why people, or especially college students, lose motivation because they don't see themselves as completing anything, right? They don't see those W's, especially if a student is going to school at a later date or a later age than their peers, or what society deems that they should be going to school at. So, what we do there is we track all the good stuff, we track all the successes, we track all the wins that they have to show them that yes, you are moving forward. And yes, you are getting there. You may not be getting there as fast as someone else, but ultimately, you got to remember you are your own person, right? You can't compare yourself to other people because if you do, you're ultimately reaching for the impossible, right? You can only do things at your own pace, not anybody else's, right? So after we help center themselves and things like that, after we help look at their end goals and even rewrite some of those goals, right? Then next up to help them with motivation is to complete those checklists, right? Those plan checklists, those short-term goals checklists, those long-term goals checklists. And as you complete certain things, then, right, cross them off. Cross them off that checklist. And ultimately, that'll help your brain see, yes, I am moving forward to my goal, and yes, I am ultimately making it to where I want to get to. All right, and then the last thing is to really set up a schedule, right? That'll help with your motivation because a lot of college students generally take a look to see that they're doing a lot. And ultimately true, they are doing a lot. Though, with that being said, they don't see any wiggle room in regards to either getting homework done, getting quizzes done, getting tests done, getting studying done, even putting in time for themselves if they hit a bump along that road. So when we talk about that, right, we create a schedule every hour of what you're doing, Monday through Sunday. So that way we could take a look to see ultimately, A, do I really not have the time that I need to do the things that I need to do for myself? And B, am I really using my time efficiently? Because 9 times out of 10, right, students are generally overstudying, spending too much time on homework, or things like that. And if that's the case, then ultimately there are things in place, whether it's the tutoring center or whether it's limiting your study, giving your brain a chance to rest and relax, or even if it's taking time for yourself for self care. That way, ultimately, you're not being overwhelmed, not being stressed out, you're not being burnt out, but you're taking care of yourself to keep your motivation up. All right, so if you made it to this part of the video, that's about it. I know it is a short video on something that probably needed to be 20 to 30 minutes long, but thank you guys very much for watching. If you are interested in scheduling an appointment with the wellness department, if you're an ECC student, please either call us at 847-214-7390, email us at studentwellness@elgin.edu, or you can go through Access ECC to schedule an appointment online. All right, this is Corsair Mac, one of your wellness professionals signing out. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.